Hello everyone, hope everyone are fine. After many days, again I came with one more interesting topic called as surface areas and volumes. It is going to be very interesting because we all come across many different types of solids in our daily life like cube shape, cuboid shape, cylindrical shape, cone shape, okay, sphere and hemisphere, the cricket ball which is there, which will be there in the shape of sphere, okay, and similarly many other different solids we come across in our daily life. So here today I am going to tell you how can we find the surface areas and volumes. When we talk about surface areas, we have two types of surface areas. One is lateral surface area and other is total surface area. When you talk about lateral surface area for a solid, it is only side surfaces. When you want to know about total surface area, for that solid, one top will be there, bottom will be there for some solids. So when you add the top surface and bottom surface to these lateral surfaces, we call it as total surface area. For example, in our home, you can take a room which is there in cuboid shape. When you want to paint four walls, only lateral surfaces we take. Four walls, lateral surfaces we take. So when you want to know how much paint is required to paint four walls, then what we need to find out, lateral surface area we have to find out. For example, if you want to include top and bottom to these four walls, then in that case you have to find out total surface area. So lateral surface area means only side surfaces area. Total surface area means including top and bottom. I will show you now one solid now. For example, if you take cube, for a cube, total for these four faces, side faces will be considered as lateral surface area. These four surfaces together we consider it as lateral surface area. If you include top and bottom, to these four faces, then we call it as total surface area. What is volume? It is the capacity of the solid. That means what? The space occupied by the solid will be called as volume. So inside how much we can fit, how much air is there inside, or how many things you can keep inside. When you want to know solid, we find volume of the solid we find. For example, how much water it can hold, or how many pieces of some other solids it can hold. When you want to know, we find out volume of the solid. So that is about the cube. Now let us know one more solid. For example, if you take this one, it is what? Cylinder. We can see different solids in our daily life. For example, shuttlecocks. The package of shuttlecocks, did you observe? It will be there in a cylindrical shaped box. So that is what is cylinder. So when you want to know lateral surface area of the cylinder, only the side surface will be called as lateral surface area, and we call it as curved surface area because it is curved. When faces are polygonal, we call it as lateral surface area. For example, for cube and cuboid, we read it as lateral surface area. For sphere, cone, cylinder, we call it as curved surface area because it will be curved. Okay, this is curved surface area. When you add top and bottom to this curved surface area, we call it as total surface area. So bottom is in a circle shape, top will be in circle shape. When you add the area of these two circles to the curved surface area, we call it as total surface area of the cylinder. Then space inside the cylinder will be called as volume of the cylinder. When you want to know how much water it can hold, for example, we see on our building we will have a cylindrical shape water tank. How much water it can hold? 1000 liters, 500 liters. That is what volume of the cylinder, capacity of the cylindrical tank. So whenever you want to find how much space it can occupy or how much it can hold, what is the capacity of the solid, in that case we find volume of the solid. This is about cylinder. One more we can see cone. So when you want to know only about this one, for example, joker's cap will be there in conical shape, joker's cap. Okay, and one more, some situations in some functions we can observe conical shape tents. Okay, so this is what a cone. only the side surface when you want. We call it as conical surface, curved surface area of the cone. For example, heap will be there, rice heap. How much cloth is required to cover that rice heap? When you want to know, we find out curved surface area there, including bottom. When you add bottom also to the curved surface area of the cone, we call it as total surface area of the cone. And similarly, same volume is nothing but the space occupied by the solid inside capacity, the capacity of the cone, how much water it can hold or how much space it is occupying. When you want to know, we find out volume. Now let us know what are the different formulae to find LSA, TSA and volume of all the different solids. Now first about cube, LSA of cube is 4a square, because 4 squares will be there in lateral, that means sides 4 squares will be there, each square area is a square, so 4a square. Total surface area means top and bottom we have to add, top is a square, bottom is a square, so when you add top and bottom to it, it will become 6a square, and the volume is a cube. Next, cuboid. Cuboid LSA is 2h into L plus B. Base perimeter into height, remember, base perimeter into height is 2 into L plus B into height. That is what 2h into L plus B. And the total surface area is 2 into LB plus BH plus HN. This is what total surface area of a cuboid, and the volume of the cuboid is L into B into H. L into B into H is the volume of cuboid. Now coming to cylinder, lateral surface area is 2 pi RH. Lateral surface area is 2 pi RH, base perimeter is 2 pi R, and height is H. 2 pi R into H, 2 pi RH, and the total surface area is 2 pi R into H plus R. This is total surface area of a cylinder formula, and volume is pi R square H. Base area into height. Pi R square into height. Pi R square H. Next, cone. Cone lateral surface area is pi R L, where L is slant height. Here H is height, L is slant height. Next, total surface area of a cone is pi R into L plus R. Total surface area of a cone is pi R into L plus R, and volume is 1 by 3 pi R square H. This is what volume of cone. You can observe here pi R square H we have, here 1 by 3 pi R square H we have. When radius and height of cylinder and cone are same, volume of cone is 1/3 of volume of cylinder. You can remember that. Sphere. For a sphere, there is no different lateral surface area and different total surface area, because it appears everywhere same. So we call it as only surface area, that is everywhere lateral surface area, total surface area. They are not two different. They are only one surface area, that is 1 4 pi R square, and the volume is 4 by 3 pi R cube. Coming to last solid hemisphere, it is the half of the sphere. So here lateral surface area of a hemisphere is 2 pi R square, whereas total surface area is 3 pi R square. Why here different, here same they are there, but here different? Because after you are making it of sphere, where when you are making half, that above surface will be there in circular shape again. So that's why total surface area, when you say that, circular shape will be added there. That's why it is 3 pi R square, and the volume is half of the volume of the sphere, 2 by 3 pi R cube. Now let us know what are different types of problems we have based on the concept surface areas and volumes. First we will have questions, simple questions like find the LSA of the cone or CSA of the cylinder or volume of the sphere. Direct questions will be given. Sometimes surface area or volume will be given. You will be asked to find out dimension, like find height or radius or length or breadth. That one of the measurement will be given, LSA, TSA, volume. Or after that, after they are giving that value of volume or surface area, they ask you to find out any dimension. That is one type. Another type, they ask you to find the ratio of volumes or ratio of surface areas. That is one type. So finally, first topic is about what? Finding LSA, TSA, volume of individual solids. Next topic we have how to find LSA, TSA, volume of combination of solids. What all combinations we will have? For example, if you take a sharp pencil sharpened pencil top portion will be there in the shape of cone and bottom portion will be there in the shape of cylinder. So there, if you want to find LSA of that solid or TSA of that solid or surface area of that solid, how can we find? For example, if you take sharpened pencil, it will be there in the shape sharpened pencil. Above portion will be there in conical shape and bottom portion will be there in cylindrical shape. So if they ask you to find the surface area of this solid, in what way we can find out surface area of this solid? Here CSA of cone we should add because bottom is going inside. CSA of cone, CSA of cylinder and base area of the cylinder, that is circle shape, circle area. So the area which is exposing outside, the area which you can see from outside, we have to find out, we have to take it as total surface area of the solid. The area which is exposing outside will be considered as surface area of the solid. So if you take this solid, CSA of cone, CSA of hemisphere and base area of the cylinder. So one more solid if you take, we can observe one toy in this shape. So here what you have two solids, what you can observe, one is hemisphere, okay, another is cone. So when you attach these two, we get a total surface area of the cone, that is what CSA of hemisphere and CSA of cone, these two should be added. CSA of hemisphere and CSA of cone should be added. So for example, like that, similarly if you see one more solid, medicine capsule or petrol tank, if you see, that is a combination of two hemispheres attached on either side of the cylinder. Two hemispheres attached on either side of the cylinder, in this way it will be there. So here if you want to find the surface area of this solid, this hemisphere plus cylinder plus hemisphere. So all the CSAs you have to add. CSA of hemisphere, again CSA of cylinder, again CSA of cone should be added. So we get total surface area of the solid. In all these cases, if you want to find volume is everywhere, all the volumes you have to add. Whatever solids are involved in that, all the solids you have to add. For example, some questions will be there in a cylindrical in a cylindrical tin. Okay, some spherical marbles are inserted. How much water left over in the one sphere is inserted or one toy is inserted? How much water is left over in the cylinder? So there, first initially cylinder is completely filled with water and you inserted a toy inside the cylinder. Then what is the volume of the water left over in the cylinder? There what you have to find out, volume of cylinder minus volume of the solid which you are inserting inside. So these all are one type of questions where in some questions we add volumes, in some questions we subtract volumes. In some questions when you want to find total surface area, all the CSAs we add. In some questions they ask you to find number of solids, how many we can make. You will be given a sphere and how many cylinders can be made from that sphere. Then what you have to do in that case, number of solids is equal to number of cylinders that those can be made is equal to volume of the sphere by volume of the cylinder. Volume of bigger solid by volume of the smaller solid. Why we have to do volume of bigger solid by volume of smaller solid? Because volume of bigger solid sphere is equal to number of cylinders, how many we are making, into volume of the cylinder. For example, 10 cylinders you can make from a sphere. So 10 into volume of cylinder is equal to volume of sphere. So when you want to find that 10, this volume of cylinder should be transposed to this side. So volume of cylinder, volume of sphere by volume of cylinder. Volume of sphere by volume of cylinder gives you number of solids, number of cylinders, how many you can make. So you remember, whenever you want to find number of solids, volume of a bigger solid from what you are making and volume of the smaller solid which you are making. So what number of solids is equal to volume of bigger solid by volume of smaller solid. This is one type of problems. And another type, a sphere is melted and recasted into a wire, or a sphere is melted and recasted into cylinder shape. In these cases what you have to do, earth is taken from a cylindrical well and spread it over in a rectangular plot, there what will happen? Cylinder shape will be transformed into cuboid shape. You are taking earth or sand from a cylindrical well and you are spreading that over rectangular plot. When you are spreading that on a rectangular plot, a cuboid will be formed. So what? A cylinder, volume of cylinder is equal to volume of cuboid. So in all these cases, what happened? A solid is transforming from one shape to another shape. It is changing from one shape to another shape. Whenever solid is changes from one shape to another shape, when solid changes from one shape to another shape, volumes remains the same. Volumes of the solid in two cases remains the same. So volume you need to equate. When you equate the volume, whatever the dimension they are asking to find, that required dimension you can find out. So these all are different type of questions that they ask. So first type, individual solids, LSA, TSA, volume of individual solid. Second type, surface areas of combination of solids. Third type, volumes of combination of solids. Next type, when a solid is changing from one form to another form. When a solid is transforming from one shape to another shape, volumes remains the same. You have to equate volumes. And one more type, number of solids, how many you want. When you want to find number of solids, how many you want? Volume of bigger solid by volume of smaller solid. Not only these, a few more questions are there. 3 spheres are melted and formed a bigger sphere. Then what? All the volumes you should add and equal to volume of the bigger solid, so that you can find radius of the bigger solid. This type of questions also will be there. Problems related to ratios will be there. Find the ratio of areas of spheres, or find the ratio of volumes of cone and cylinder. This type of questions will be there. So problems related to ratios. So after completing the chapter, you should have all formulae in mind, and you should have a mind mapping what all different types of problems we have. And when question comes, immediately you have to know that question related to which topic of the which concept of the chapter. That is first topic, that is only individual solids or combination, or whether it is volumes same or volumes should be divided or volume should be added. Which type of question it is, it should be there in the mind, so that without any confusion you can solve the problems. Hope you all understood about overall review how the questions are going to be. In the next class, if possible, I'll explain few examples related to individual solids, surface areas of combination of solids, and volumes when they change from one form to another form. I'll try to make one more video giving each example, one example for each type. Thank you.